Hi guys, I wanted to film a quick video today about our current situation here in Victoria and New South Wales. As many of you know, we've got horrible bushfires burning through 5 states of Australia. Currently we've lost nearly 12.5 million acres of land to these fires, and there is no end in sight at the moment. These fires have been going since September and there really is no end in sight, unfortunately. We've still got 2 months of summer left, and then we possibly have a dry autumn depending on how things go with the current drought. So far we've lost 20 people in these fires and close to 2,000 properties as well, 2,000 homes. That doesn't include properties that have just lost their outbuildings, their sheds, the machinery sheds and all that sort of stuff. We've lost nearly 2,000 homes, which is absolutely huge, and it's going to increase today. Today is quite a bad day on the south coast of New South Wales. 30% of New South Wales bush has burnt, and that can increase to 50% after today, which is just a phenomenal amount. It's really, really heartbreaking. Basically, I wanted to put a video together just compiling a list of organisations that are helping with the fire at the moment, as many of us feel helpless with this current situation where we can't actually physically help at the moment. And so here is a list of organisations that are currently helping with this current emergency situation. If you guys know any more support agencies that I haven't listed in this video, please drop them down in the comments below so people can go and support them. I will list the organisations that I've mentioned below so you can go directly over to them and support them so they can help the Australians that are in need at the moment. So first off, we have the Red Cross. I think this is the most well known. Basically at the moment they're only taking financial donations, and they're going to be using these in evacuation centres throughout Victoria, New South Wales and South Australia. They have been in Queensland, but I don't think there is as much of a need there at the moment, but I could be wrong, I'm sorry. Basically, they're providing people who've lost their homes with a cash grant of $2,000 just to get them going through the in-between period from losing their house to when insurance can come through. And this is quite a big disaster, so that may take some time. They also support the volunteers at the rescue and relief centres around Australia at the moment. Then we have the Salvation Army. They've set up a disasters appeal at the moment. They're also only taking cash donations, and these places are only taking cash donations at the moment because logistically they can't store all the goods that people want to donate at the moment until they can get into the situation and actually don't give things to people that need it. So at the moment it is mainly cash donations. There is a few places that are taking goods, and I'll list them a bit later on and explain how that works. But Salvos are currently providing meals to evacuees and to frontline responders, so that's really important. We've got a lot of very tired fireys at the moment, and feeding them is really, really important just to keep them going because they're doing an amazing job at the moment supporting our country and people in need. VINCENT are also currently only accepting cash donations. They're providing food, clothing and essentials to those that are in need, so essentials like toiletries and bedding and that sort of stuff. They will help later on with the recovery and to help those affected move back home and replace any damaged furniture if there hasn't been total loss. They will also help those pay unexpected bills, which is fantastic because at this time of year it's just been Christmas has just gone. There are lots of unexpected bills at this time of year, so they're going to help people with those, and they'll make referrals to provide crisis accommodation and emotional support, which is really important when you've gone through a situation like this. It's very stressful. You can donate direct to the RFS, to the CFA, to the CFS, DFES, TFS and Queensland Rural Fire Services. So the volunteer fire services in your state, that will go direct to the fireys to provide equipment for them and anything else that they may need. They're the ones doing the really hard work at this time for us. We're really, really grateful for all that they do, especially the volunteer firefighters. It's just thank you. It's really selfless what you do in a situation like this. There is Gippsland Farmer Relief, who are partnering with PRD nationwide, and they are transporting food and water and toiletries to the Bairnsdale Relief Centre. You can drop items off to them. I'll leave that link below. So if you are, I believe they're in Bendigo, or around that area. So if you're able to, please drop off any excess, or maybe do a quick shop and drop off canned goods and non-perishables to them with water and some toiletries. There's also Gippsland Emergency Relief. They are offering financial assistance to Gippslanders. I believe it's only Gippslanders who are affected by natural disasters. I don't know if that will be extended to the south coast, but at the moment they're saying it's just for Gippslanders. We've also got the food bank. They're mainly supported by large food companies, which is fantastic to see that happening, and they deliver bottled water, batteries, toilet paper, food that doesn't need to be refrigerated, and cleaning products to those that are returning home. So they also provide ingredients for hot meals for evacuation centres, and provide food relief for as long as it needs to get the community back on their feet, which by the way it's going to take a while. It's quite horrific. It's been going since September, and really there is no end in sight. So we really appreciate charities like the food bank. The Airbnb, they're offering their platform for Aussies to either donate their space for people who have lost properties in the fire, or to go and find accommodation if they need it. So this is being offered between the 2nd of January and the 16th of January. So I'm not sure if that will be extended as this fire continues, but at the moment it's for the 2nd of Jan to the 16th of Jan, and that's finding free emergency accommodation. Mogo Zoo, now they are currently being in the firing line. It's probably the wrong word, but they are currently at the front of this fire. They were battling the New Year's Eve fires, and today is going to be quite a bad day for them too. They have a GoFundMe page, and I'm not really advertising GoFundMes on this because, you know, each to their own. There's plenty of families that have lost and they've got their own GoFundMes, and I can't list them all, but the Mogo Zoo are not using the funds raised from the GoFundMe for the actual zoo. These funds will actually go towards rescuing all the wildlife and rehabilitating them after they are safe enough to do so. So yeah, they'll be utilising these to help injured wildlife once the immediate bushfire threat's over. So that's a really fantastic cause, because we've lost... So since the fires have started in September, about 480 million animals have been affected. So organisations like this are very important too. Obviously there's people displacement, but there's also animal displacement. And with the spread of these fires, so many people have been affected and so many animals have been affected too. Paul West, and you may know Paul West from River Cottage in Australia. He's just evacuated from Bermagui, which are being affected today. And he's come down to Melbourne to try and facilitate a convoy of goods to get to South Coast New South Wales, the Snowy Mountains and East Gippsland. So if you can go onto his social medias, he's got all the details of what he's trying to facilitate and what he needs to get that done. Give It is somewhere that you can either donate money or physical goods, and basically you can advertise what you have, say beds or bedding and stuff like that, and people can receive that from there. So that's a really fantastic platform if you need something specific. Then there's WISE, which is the New South Wales Wildlife Information Rescue and Education Services. They rescue and rehabilitate injured, sick and orphaned wildlife, so they're a fantastic resource at a time like this too, considering so many animals have been injured or perished. Then there's the Lions Foundation across Australia. They are only taking monetary donations at the moment, and what I love about the Lions Fund is that all the money raised and donated, that's going directly to affected victims. There is no paying of staff, which some other organisations can do. So everything donated to Lions directly goes to supporting those affected by these fires. There is the Rescue Collective, which is raising money to help feed thousands of injured wildlife across the 5 states. That is a fantastic organisation. Then there's RSPCA, which many of us know about. They will be rescuing and treating native wildlife and livestock that have been most affected by these fires. Then there is the Koala Hospital. They have already raised $1 million to rescue and rehabilitate marsupials. Then any excess funds that they do raise, they'll be going to a koala breeding program. So that's the organisations that I found that are helping affected people at the moment. Like I said, if you know of any other organisations, please drop their link in the comments below so other people can go and support them too. Thank you for watching, and our prayers are with you, Australia. We pray for rain and an end to these fires in sight. I also want to quickly mention, we've had a lot of people comment on either on YouTube or on Instagram and Facebook and direct messages asking if we are okay. Yes, we are okay. We are in Gippsland, but we are in West Gippsland, so we are not being affected currently by these fires, thank goodness. But our heart goes out to everyone that is facing these bushfires at the moment because they are incredibly devastating. Thank you. Goodbye.